Swami sir is ready. His voice really matters, and his voice is always the first voice. Good afternoon, sir.
Hello.
Hi, sir. We can hear you. Can you hear us? Everybody is waiting for your verdict.
Yes, yes. Ha bolo, you want my, okay. It is a fabulous budget. I do not think people could be happier than with what they've seen. The macro scene is magnificent. Already we were bringing down the fiscal deficit to 5.1%. It's further down to 4.9, with every prospect of bringing it down to 4.5. I had not thought 5 years ago that you would be able to do this so quickly. So hats off that you have achieved this. You have achieved this at the same time capex has gone up very substantially. You have managed politically to satisfy to a fair extent both Andhra Pradesh through support for the new capital and to Bihar for flood-prone areas and for all the new tourist hubs. At the same time, there are no great freebies. The Prime Minister is not in favor of revenues. But on the income tax side, there have been a number of breaks. The cut in long-term capital gains tax to 12.5% will be welcomed by the investing community, and this should, I think, spark a boom in the capital market. Already our multiples are very high. I think they will go even higher. There has been some increase in the exemption limits for income tax, which will help the middle class, although you may argue this is no more than compensation for the inflation in the last 5 years. But overall, a great macro, there is stability long term, there is you have managed to combine high capex, satisfy your political allies, you have managed to provide something for the middle class, and there is the great capital gains tax cuts for the community and something for the foreign direct investors, a reduction in their tax. Totally, I think for the financial sector, for the stock markets, for the corporate sector, this is great news. I do not think they could have asked for a better budget. So I am not usually so effusive in terms of a budget speech, but I will say this budget deserves the most effusive support from all analysts.
You know, Ashwini sir, you've called this budget, I would say, 10 on 10, because in the previous budgets, you've called them 6 on 10, 7 on 10, when you not like them. But can I say, with the tone of your first take, this budget in your book is 9 on 10 or 10 on 10? Swami sir, in the past, when you've not liked the budget, you've not shied away from giving it ratings like 5 on 10 or 6 on 10. But today, would you say that in your book, sir, this is, if not 10 on 10, it is definitely 8 on 10 or a 9 on 10?
Okay, I'm a conservative guy. I don't think I've ever given more than 6.5. To this one, I will give 7%. 7 out of 10.
Why not 8 or why not 9? Because you just said the budget is something which everybody should be happy about. So why is Swami sir being conservative?
I'm being conservative because this has not been accompanied by what you might call policy statements. You know, there are, of course, the budgetary statements. But you know, in the past, the budget was an occasion for major policy statements on other sectors. So right now, I mean, which are the big problems? There are problems, for instance, on land acquisition continues to be a huge area. Labor laws continues to be a huge area. The fundamental issue of the pollution that we have 6 out of the 10 most polluted cities in the world. There are a large number of areas I would have wanted more things on those areas. I would also say that while the stock market will be very happy with the 12.5 cut in long-term capital gains tax, I would say we need to have an exercise on how do we equalize our tax rates roughly with those of our competitors. I would have liked to know what are our competitors offering and what are we offering and how are we trying to get towards that end. But as I said, you cannot expect one single budget to cover absolutely everything. And Sitaraman does not seem to be in the Manmohan Singh mold of making major policy change announcements along with the budget. So had she done the Manmohan Singh thing of large number of policy change, especially in these difficult areas, then I could have given her 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10. But if you ask me, by my standards, 7 out of 10 is damn good.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.